All right, guys. So you welcome to our second assignment in our free 5 days Photoshop class. Okay, so in today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to design this simple, amazing flyer. Okay, so this is how the flyer looks like after you are done designing. And let me cross this, please. I don't owe the rights to this creative design. This is absolutely for tutorial sake. Okay, this is the handwork of one of this amazing guy I do follow in Instagram or on Instagram. His name is Prince Graphics, so you can just follow him on Instagram as well. Prince underscore graphics underscore. So I will leave his link or Instagram link in the video description. Okay, just for you to follow him and get more creative works from him. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through on how to. This is not an actual program. This is not a program that is coming on. So Cape Coast Methodist do not have any idea about this particular flyer. Okay, so this is just a tutorial sake. So if you are um a Cape Coaster, or if you are somebody who attend a Methodist church in Cape Coast, please, this is not an actual program. Okay, so I've issued a disclaimer. All right, so I will leave a link in the description just for you to download these fonts. Okay, we use only one font for the whole program, and then this is the logo of Methodist Church, and this is the background that I used. Okay, so please, without wasting much of the talking, let's start. All right, guys. So you welcome. So this is a very simple church flyer. Okay, this is a youth program. Okay, so as I explained in the earlier video, that I don't owe the right to this particular. I'm not here to take the creative glory or creative idea. This is just a tutorial sake. Okay. All right. So first of all, we have to open a new document. Okay. So if you open your Photoshop for the first time, this is what you will see. Okay, my Photoshop is quite slow, so this is what you will see. You have a look at this, but these designs that you see over here are the recent designs that I did, as I explained in the first assignment. So just come to file here or use the create new. Any of them is correct. So use file and then come to create new or new, or control N for shortcut. You have to learn how to use shortcut a lot in Photoshop. So once you click on create new, or you go to file and then you select new, all right, this new document is going to pop up, where we will choose our dimensions. Okay, that is very, very important. So for you to be able to design a flyer, you have to know your dimensions. But in this particular flyer that we are going to design, this is just a church flyer. Okay, it's a social media flyer. It's an e-flyer that we are sharing out for people to, for our church members or the youth to just come and have fellowship with God. All right, this is a very simple. So I'm going to name it as youth flyer. Let me name it as youth e-flyer. Okay, e-flyer. Okay, and then I will set the width. Make sure that you work it in pixels. You can also work it in inches as well, but make sure that it will be in the square shape, so that you can post it on Instagram. You can post it on the social media I mean platforms. Okay, good. And this measurement can also fit um DP as well. So you set everything to the measurement is 1080, resolution. Make sure it is 300. RGB mode, because it's a social media. When everything is done, go ahead and create, and then you have your new document. Very nice one. So the next thing that I always advise students to do is to make sure your rulers are set. If you don't see the ruler here, come to view and then go for rulers, or control R on the keyboard. And then my ruler, you can just right click on it to have this percentage, or you can even leave it in inches depending on how you want it. So I'll just make sure that I set my rulers right, just to, it's just a guide, okay, just to help me so that I'll get my work in alignment. Okay, this is one of the principles of design, is alignment. Okay, so I think this is okay. So the next thing that we are going to do is to set the background right, then we start. So I'll go to my layer. I said Photoshop works with layers. Put this at the back of your head, that anything that you will be doing on this white paper will come here as a layer or element. Okay, so we are going to change the background color by adding a solid color. So I will come to my layer adjustment, click on this layer adjustment, and then we'll go for gradient. Gradient simply means you are going to use two colors to do that. Okay, so you click on gradient. That means that I'm not going to use one color, you need two colors. Then you see when this gradient fill pop up, click on this white and transparent, click on it. Okay, so once you click on it, this is going to pop up. We call it gradient editor. Okay, I have set my gradient editor, I have saved it, so I just scroll it down and come and select it here. But if you have not select yours, you could see that you see this, folders, there. So what you will do is that open one of the folders, just open any of the folders. But because the background is quite blue, so we just select this blue, okay, and then pick any of them. Just select this, okay, then you see the color, it has changed. Select this, you see the color is changed, and then you will change the color. Just double click here, and then you can change the color by clicking on any parts. Okay, so you change the color. But for this tutorial, I have saved the gradient already. Okay, so this is my gradient. So you click on it and my gradient is saved. Let me give you the gradient code or the hex code. Let me double click it. So for example, if you are using any of these folders, once you click, then you put in this color code. Let me double click 01286B. 01286B. You put in the color code over here where you see the hashtag, you put it there, and then this color will pop up. All right, that's the first one. Then the second one, let's double click it. Then you put this one to also there, 04648C. 04648C. Okay, so once you set this, but I will advise you to save your gradient. How do you save the gradient? Okay, so you click on this new here. So you click on the new part. Okay, once you click on it, have you seen that I have saved the gradient again? Okay, so I've saved it again. So if you want to delete it too, you can just and then delete the gradient as well. Okay, but I like the ones that I've selected. So I'll go ahead and click OK. Now, when you come here, you are going to do editing. So you see this file or this style here, click on the arrow here, and then we go in for radial. So you see the radial, you see that the the middle one is blue, and then the outer one has become like, a light blue. Okay, but I don't want it that way. I want the middle one to be light and then the outer one to be the deep. So I will go for this reverse that I see here. Click or tick the reverse. So once you take the reverse, you will see that the outer one has now become my deep blue, and then the inner one has become my blue. That is radial. So you can just explore by going in for angel or angle or refracted. But with these purposes, we are going in for the radial. Okay, and then with this white that you see, you can even move it around. Okay, you can even move, but at this bench, I just want it to be at the middle here for me. Okay, so I'm not going to do any, I'm going to leave the angle to be 90. Any other thing is okay. I'll go ahead and click OK. Powerful. So the next thing that we'll do is to go and bring in the sky. Okay, so I'll go to my file, go to my place embedded, and then it will take me to my computer where I have saved my resources. Okay, so I'll go to my resources. Where is it? Here is it, the second assignment, and I'm going to bring in this sky. So I will just double click it or select it and come to place here, place, and then your sky will be here for you. Now we are going to do something we call photo manipulation. Now when you say photo manipulation, we are going to blend the sky to the background, okay, so that we'll get what we are looking for. So I will just shift it up a little bit, so this is okay for me. Then I will come to my layer side. Still, you have selected your sky. Then I will change the blending mode to screen. Okay, I'll change, or you can even leave it like that, but I want it to be screen. I'll go in for the screen one. Then I'll rasterize this layer. I'll rasterize it. So right click it and come to rasterize. Rasterize means that you can just fade some parts or edit this element. So after I have rasterized, I'll come and pick my eraser tool. Okay, this tool on my left. Okay, so this tool, we call it eraser tool. If yours is not there, right click it. Okay, just right click it and then go in for the eraser tool. Once you select the eraser tool, come up here. There is another settings on top here. Okay, you can just change the eraser tool, the size to 80. Always make sure that the size is 800, and then the hardness is 0. And then make sure that this your brush, we call it general brush, make sure it is soft rounded. So select the soft rounded. Okay, and then make sure the hardness is 0, and then you select your size to be 800. Okay, now if you see this plus icon here, then it means that my caps lock is on. So turn it off. So you see, so you can even control the size of the brush, but I mean this is okay for me. Then I'll start to brush the edges. Okay, just to brush some of the edges off so that it will blend with my background. Okay, so I think this is, I think even this is okay for me. All right, then the next thing that I'll do is to reduce the opacity over here. Okay, come to the opacity and then reduce it to somehow like 60 is okay. Then what you do next is to go to the resources again. We are bringing in the background that you see people praising God, okay, the children. So I will select this and come to place again. All right, then what I'm going to do is to just scale it up a little bit. All right, and then double click to accept. Then what I'm going to do is come to my layer side again. All right, and then we are going to set it to soft light. Once you set it to soft light, come to my um, file, edit, and then the image over here. Okay, click on it and then you select adjustment. Once you select adjustment, come to black and white. We are setting it to black and white. You see it, set it to black and white, so you can just move it here. So black and white is okay for me. Then you click on OK. So once you set it to black and white, go back to the same image, go to adjustment, and then now we are going to exposure. Okay, so I'm teaching you a lot. Exposure simply means that I'm going to add a little more brightness to the black and white. So you see, so I'm going to add a little more black exposure to the black and white. So sorry, I think this is okay for me, and then I'll click on OK. Now I want to blend this particular image to the background together with the sky. So what I'll do is that the same layer or the same element, I will right click it, go to rasterize. I've showed you how or what is rasterize. So once you go in for your rasterize, you go in for the same eraser tool. Okay, and make sure that the hardness is set to 0. Your size is, is also 800. Okay, then we go ahead to brush the edge out. Just hold it and brush the edge out. Okay, All right, then you brush the top ones as well. Okay, something like this is okay for me. Okay, I think this is okay. Okay, so once I have something like this, I like it this way, then I can bring it somewhere here. Okay, to the middle. Okay, something like this should be fine for me. So let me shift the sky up a little bit. Okay, so now I have my beautiful background. So what I'll do next is to group them. Okay, so by grouping them, you select one of these in your layers, you press on control, then you select together with, don't select the background. Okay, you cannot group this because the background is locked. So you select the gradients, you select the images that you brought, and then you press on Control Gen on the keyboard, Control Gen, or you can just hold these three elements, then you bring it down here to the folder that you see. You see the folder here, so you group them, and then you double click, and then you group them as backgrounds. Okay, okay, absolutely beautiful. So you have something like this. So once you have grouped them, what you do next is for us to bring in the text. So you see, we are bringing in the text, the name of the church, and everything. I told you that we are using only one font, okay, for this. Okay, so you can even go ahead to reduce the image. All right, let's reduce the picture. Okay, all right. So I think this is okay. 80 is okay for us. Okay, so let's bring in the text. Okay, so go for your text tool or Control T on your keyboard. All right, then we are going to use one particular font throughout. Okay, now the size of the font is going to be 1 point. Let's use 1.8. Okay, just putting 1.8. We are using the semi bold. Okay, and then I want it to be at the center. We are changing the color here to white. Okay, so we just click any part of the edge, hold it and drag it to the corner so that we'll get FFF to be for white. Okay, so once everything is done, you go ahead and type in the Methodist Church Ghana, the Methodist Church Ghana Youth Development Ministry. Okay, so let's type. You just click on any part, and then everything is going to be in caps there. The Methodist Church Ghana. Okay, okay, so the Methodist Church Ghana. Okay, then you press enter. Okay, and then write youth development ministry. Okay, Cape Coast diocese. Okay, so I think this is okay for me. Go ahead and click on this to accept. Okay, so once this is done, what I want us to do is that I don't want all of this to be semi-bold. Okay, or you can even leave it for them to be in semi-bold, and then we are going to position this somewhere here. Okay, make sure that it is here. You can shift the sky up a little bit. Okay, then what we are going to do next is you can lock the background. Okay, come to the lock here and lock the background so the background won't be moving. Okay, so go to our resources, or you can use the place embedded option anyhow you want it. Then we are bringing in these two logos. Okay, we are bringing in the two. So let's select the Methodist one, double click, and it is here. Then you are going to hold or press alternate on the keyboard. Alternate, hold any part of these edges. Okay, so let's say here. Then your hand should be on alternate, and then you scale it down. Okay, then you position it up there. You could see that there is a white around the Methodist logo. I don't want the white, so that means that I have to take away the white. In order for us to do that, come to the layer side, right click it, rasterize, and go in for your third or fourth tool. We call it magic wand tool. Okay, select that and then go in for the part that you think you don't like. So you see this plus icon, it means that my caps lock is on. Turn it off. Okay, you can even zoom out. Okay, just for you to have a look at what you are doing. Just click on the white part that you don't like. So you can see that there is a selection around the white part. Then you click on delete. Okay, so it's gone. So if you want to take away this selection thing, press Ctrl D on the keyboard, Ctrl D, so that the white selection will go. And then go for your move tool. And now you can move it or scale it down. So something like this is okay. Then there is another logo that we have to bring, which is the Youth Development Ministry. I'll go in for my place embedded and bring this white logo there. That one too, I will do the same thing as I did for the Methodist. Bring it up, come to my layer side, rasterize it, right click, go for rasterize layer, go for this tool and select the part that we don't like. Okay, so make sure you right click it and then go in for this magic wand tool. Okay, so you select the part that you don't like, delete, you come and select this one to delete, select this and delete. So now I press Ctrl D to deselect it, and then we want the size of this to be in the same size of the Methodist. Okay, so just open your eyes very well. Let's zoom out. Okay, so that we'll have a look at whatever that we are doing. Okay, so I think this is okay. Then I'll bring them close to each other. Then I'm going to group these two logos. Okay, group them, the download, group them, Control Gen to group them, double click to name it as logos. Okay, all right, and then zoom out, Control minus, and then you select these two logos and then you press on Control A. Control A simply means that I want to align the two logos together with the whole paper or the whole work. Okay, so I'll come to this side at the center. I like it this way, and then I press on Control D to deselect, and let me scale it down. Okay, something like this is okay for me. And then let me bring this one to here. All right, so let me press on Control A. So I want to center this name or the name of the church or the center. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful for me. Okay, so better still, I can select together with the logo and scale it up. Okay, something like this is okay. All right, so the next thing is for us to bring the present. Okay, so I'll copy this, the name of the matter. This I'll copy, Control J to copy. You bring it here, double click it, and then I'll write present. Okay, present. Now with a present, I'll go in for my character. Don't forget that I made mention of this character. Okay, now with a character, I'll go in for the regular. Okay, I'll go in for regular. So if yours, as soon as this pops out, the same thing. So make sure you go in for regular and then come to the VA. There is a VA here. The VA, what it does is that it gives this text some spacing. Okay, so we want some spacing in between these texts. Okay, so I think this is okay for me. And then I will change the font size to 1.5 instead of 1.7 to 1.5, and then I'll go ahead and center it, Control A, and then press on center, and then let me press it up a little bit so that it will be something like this. I like it. Then I press Control O. So everything is absolutely shortcut. Okay, Control O. So you have your first attempt to be this. So if you are here with me, then kudos, you have really done very well. If this is your first start of learning Photoshop, I mean, you are really learning a lot. Okay, now this will bring us to this part. So in our next part, we are going to learn how to bring in this young people's week. Okay, young people's week. All right. So let's learn how to do that. All right, guys. So let's bring in the text. So with the text, we are using the same font. Okay. So go in for your text, and then change. Now we are using black. Okay. Now we are not using any. We want it to be deep, so we want black. And then the size is the same 6, and then we are changing the color to white. Okay. Yes, I mean, we are okay with this. So we are writing young people's week. Okay, so let's type in the young people's. Okay, young people's, everything is small. Young, okay, people's, then young people's. Okay, and then I'll select the last 4 letters, and then change the color to this particular color. Okay, FBCB09. Put in this color code, or you can pick the color from here. Okay, so you can pick the color from the Methodist logo. Okay, just pick the color from the Methodist logo here. That is how we choose colors. So one of the ways of combining colors is from the church logo. Okay, so F8C300, F8C300. Go ahead and click on OK. All right, then come here for this. Then there is closeness of the people. Okay, so come to your the VA, the spacing. Try to close the spacing a little bit. So something like 20 is not bad. Okay, then go for your move tool. Once you are done, go for your move tool, and then bring it here, position it here, something like this. I think this is okay. Then we are going to copy this, Control J to copy this text. Click here so that this will go control. Then we are going to write in the week. Okay, now with the week, you are going in. Make sure that you go in for your character, or you can go in for this property. Okay, then you are going to increase the font to 11. Okay, all right, position it at the center. So if you want to position the week at the center, you press Control A. Control A, you select the week, Control A, and then you position it at the center here. Okay, then you press Control D to deselect. You select the same young, press Control A to also center it at the center. So I think this is absolutely beautiful. So the next thing is to bring in this rectangle. Okay, so go in for your text tool, make sure that the rectangle will be on the logo. Okay, so go in for your rectangular tool here, right click it, and then go in for the rectangular tool. All right, then you draw the rectangle, something like this. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. All right, then what you are going to do, let me stretch this a little bit, so something like this. Then we are going to change the color of this rectangle. We are picking in the color from the logo, or the color yellow. So once you use the colors will be popping, or will be showing somewhere here. So let me go in for this. If yours is not showing, select this color picker here, this box, select it, and again come and pick the yellow. Make sure that where you are putting the pointer, it will be on the yellow. Okay, so you click on the yellow, you choose it, and then you click on OK. Then you are good. So still your mouse cursor is on the shape tool. So before you do anything else, go in for your move tool. That is Photoshop. So you take your time for Photoshop. Go in for this text tool, click this, copy it, Control J to copy, because we are going to use the same thing. Then we are going to write in celebration 2023. Okay, then what you are going to do is to change the boldness of this font, the same font, but we are going to change it to something like a semi bold. Okay, And then the size too is too big, so I'll go in for 6, which is quite okay. All right, so the semi bold is also too big, so I'll go in for regular. So let's pick regular in C. I don't think regular is not, but it's okay. Okay, then I will change the size of the font to, let's say, 5.5. Okay, all right, so 5.5 is okay. Then I'll change the color of this white to blue. So come to over here. Still, you can even leave your VA, the spacing, to be 20, or you can leave it like that. So press on this, change the color, pick any color from here. Okay, so I think I can pick this yellow, or yes, this blue color, very deep one. I think this is not bad for me. Okay, all right, so you see we are gradually getting there. So I will select this and select the, again, shift it up a little bit. Something like this should be fine for me. So the next thing is that I want us to group the young people, People's Week Celebration 2022. Okay, so before then let's select the 2023 and then select the rectangle and then align them at the center and line them at the middle as well. And then let's press Ctrl A just to center everything, make sure that everything is aligned. One of the things that you have to note when it comes to design is alignment. Okay, it's very, very important. So I want us to group everything. So group everything that you have, excluding the present. Okay, make sure that you will not add the present and then the Methodist Church. Okay, then press Control Gen. Okay, Control Gen means that I have grouped everything. Then name it as, let's say, heading. Okay, that's the heading. Okay, so you can bring it here. Okay, something like this. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is to bring in the theme. Okay, so the theme, I won't go far. I will open this folder. Okay, and then copy the rectangle here, copy it, bring it here, something like this. All right, okay, then what I will do is just take a look at this, and then I will change the color. So just this thumbnail here, this box that you see, not this one, no, but the white aspect, double click it, then I will change it to white. Okay, and then I will copy this same rectangle again. Okay, so let's select these two rectangle and shift them outside. Okay, so that it won't be part of this. Okay, so we brought them outside. All right, so I will select the top one. Okay, go in for my rectangular tool, just pay attention, and then hold this part and bring it here. Okay, something like this. I think this is okay. All right, then I'll select the down one, go up here. Please pay attention. Once come to your, just pay attention to your layer side. The top one is the one that I have make I have shorten it. Then the down one is the long one. Okay, so the long one, I'm going to take away the stroke. Okay, just cancel the stroke here so that the stroke is gone. Sorry, the fill color is gone. Then the stroke, I'm going to give it a white stroke. Okay, and then make sure you reduce the stroke, you set it to 0, and then you press 1 2 3. I think 3 is okay for me. So you have something like this. So you see, and then we are going to enlarge. Okay, we are going to enlarge um the celebration. Okay, so what we'll do is that we are going to write in the um let me zoom out. Okay, we are going to write in the theme and then everything. Okay, so let's do that. So let me go in for this, my name of the, and then drag it down. Okay, just scroll it down here, double click it, and then write in discipleship. Okay, so the theme is living the transformed life in Jesus Christ. Living the transformed life, the transformed life in Jesus Christ. This will take of Romans 12 verses 1 to 2, so I think this is okay. All right, then position it here. Okay, so you can just reduce the font small, just hold any edge and reduce the small. Then I don't want it to be at the center. If you want it to be at the center, you can leave it. Okay, or you want it to be here too, you can also leave it, depending on how you want your design. Okay, how you want your design to be. Okay, so I'm going to copy this again. All right, bring it here, change it to theme. Okay, I'm going to change it, then change the color, because the color is white, that's why I'm not saying pick any color here. Okay, and then bring it somewhere here. Okay, so this is absolutely beautiful for me. Let me enlarge the theme small. Okay, so this is okay. And then I'm going to copy the living transform, change the font size to either regular or medium. Okay, so I think medium is okay. All right, I think medium is okay. So we are there. All right, let me press Ctrl O. So we are there, we are getting there. Okay, so in the next aspect that we're going to do is to bring in the dates and then the venue. All right, guys, so let's bring in the venue. Okay, so what we do is that we'll copy this theme, then we are going to put in, for it says Monday, let's check, Monday 12th of January. Please, this is not an actual program. Monday 12th January to Sunday 18th. Sunday 18th January 2023. Okay, 2023. Let me enlarge it. Okay, make sure that it will be in line with the theme. Okay, let me bring it here. Okay, I'll bring it here. Okay, something like, then I want to bolden it. Okay, I don't want the semi bold, I want something like a bold for this thing. Okay, copy this, and then I'm going to write it at, okay, at Wesley. I don't know if the Wesley is correct. At Wesley Cathedral. Wesley Cathedral, Cape Coast. Okay, Cape Coast. If you are not seeing, you can just zoom out. Okay, Cape Coast. All right, then just click on any part of the edge and then enlarge it. Okay, just enlarge it. Okay, so something like this is okay. And then we are going to give this cape, the cathedral, we're going to change the color to this yellow. Okay, just to make it different. Okay, let me position it, send it this here, then bring it here, something like this. Okay, then what I'm going to do is to select the Monday and then align it, just Ctrl A to make sure that it is also at the center. Then you see this line that you see here. So I used rectangle. Okay, go in for this, your rectangular tool. Okay, and then draw a line. Okay, make sure that you draw a small line like this. Okay, something like this is okay. Make sure that it is white. Let's zoom out so that you have a look at what you are seeing. Control minus and Control plus. Go in for your move tool. And then what you are going to do is that let's press Control um, plus again. Then let's expand this here. Then what you are going to do is press on let's press on Control. Okay, let your um press on Control. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to make it so simple. Press on Control, hold any part of this edge, and then try to close it up. You see, close any part of the edge and close it up like this, and then you are okay. All right, let me scroll it down. Okay, Control minus. So something like this is okay. Very beautiful. Okay, so I want something like this. Okay, good. So what we do is that um let's make sure that we pick the theme. Let's group the theme. Okay, let's select this, and then select the theme as well. Make sure that you know what you are selecting. Okay, I selected the theme, the disciplinary, the discipleship. I selected the two rectangles that I did, and then press on Ctrl J. I'm going to group them and name it as theme. Okay, and then we're going to group the dates and then the venue as well. The date, the venue, okay, as well. And then we are going to add the rectangle, that's the line that we did. Control J, and then we are going to double click and name this as date and venue. Okay, date and venue. So you see, all my works, I've been grouping them. So that's nice. Learn how to group your work. Okay, so what I'll do is to select everything here. Let me shift the date down here, something like this. Select the theme, select the heading, and try to enlarge it. Okay, enlarge means I want to make sure that it is big. Okay, bolden it, something like this is okay for me. Okay, so this is okay. All right, then the last thing that I will do here is to draw a rectangle down here where I'll put in my information. Okay, so select my rectangular tool and draw a white rectangle down here. Okay, let me bring it down, something like this should be fine. Okay, good. All right, then I will copy the name of this church. Ctrl J, bring it all the way here. Because it is white, that's why I'm not seeing it. Okay, so let me bring it on top of the rectangle. Change the color to black. Okay, absolutely beautiful. Then let me remove the line. Okay, and then write my, so for info. Okay, so 054520. You can put in your number there, 0256782695. You can put in your number there. So I'm going to use the font 2. This font size I'm going to use 2, or better still 2.5 should be okay. Okay, and then press on change it to bold. Okay, I want it to be bold. All right, then press on Ctrl A. All right, center it like this. I like it this way. Okay, so this is our work. So you see, it's very simple. No stress, no stress at all. Okay, no stress at all. So this credit goes to Prince graphics on Instagram. Just go to Instagram and then search for Prince Graphics. You see a lot of works from him. Okay, so this is just for tutorial sake. I'm not here to steal his graphics ideas. All right, so what I did for the last is that you could see that the young people's week celebration and everything has been slanted. So this is how you do it. You select the dates, the theme, the heading, okay, everything. Okay, then you let me draw it down a little bit, something like this. Okay, let me draw it something like this. This is okay for me. And then press Ctrl A. Let me center it before I carry on. Ctrl D to deselect. And what I'll do is just click on any part of the edge. You can see that the mouse has changed. It has curved. See it? Okay, that is to tell you that you can just press it and then try to slant it this way. Just try to slant it. Okay, just click that part and hold it. Okay, click that edge. Okay, and hold it like this. You see how it is? Okay, so just slant it a little bit like this. I think this is okay. So -20 is fine. All right, and then let me try to make it small. Okay, yes, I think this is okay for me. I like it this way. Then press Ctrl A to center it, Ctrl D to deselect, and then you are good to go. So this is the end of our lesson for today. Okay, try your hand on it. Please try your hand on it. Practice makes a man perfect. The more you do, the more you work on that. You cannot be a graphic designer just one day. Okay, everything starts with time. So work on it. Any design that you see, try to work on it. Practice. So the more you practice, you get to know. And please don't forget to like, comment, and then invite a brother or a sister to come and learn. Okay, this can be of help to you. All right, so let me end it here and see you. So when you are done, you save your work. Control alternate and then S. Control alternate and then S. Change the file tab to um, JPEG, and then save. Okay, I've taught you how to save work. Okay, everything is okay. Then go to your file or your resources here. All right, let me close this. This is the actual work that we did. Let me close it. And this is the one that we just designed. Okay, good. Let me open it. Let's take time. Absolutely beautiful. Even this one looks beautiful than what we had earlier. Okay, so beautiful. Try your hand on it and send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, see you in our next video. Bye.